Behind the counter was the slowest moving human I had ever seen. I could not imagine how her steps were just keeping up with the rotation of the earth. She was that slow. And then I said, how'd they hire her? Clearly one day she was walking across the parking lot and they just built a Stuckey's around her. I ordered an iced tea. This is where it went wrong. She said, iced tea, I believe we had some around here somewhere. 15 minutes later, she pulls from this cooler this ancient milk jug full of this black, frothy liquid. She poured it over the ice. It didn't pour, it drizzled over the ice. That wasn't the bad part. The bad part was the lumps. Fresh brewed iced tea should not have lumps. I was polite. I paid for it, went outside. I had picked up a straw. I wasn't just throw it away, but I picked up a straw. I said, I got to try it. I put that straw in there. I just wanted a little baby sip. I sucked back. It was so intense in my mouth. I breathed in. Took about half that iced tea down into my stomach where it started to burn. I began to sweat. My brain started buzzing. I looked for the trash can to throw that tea away. There was a trash can right there, and all of a sudden it got really, really small. Then it got really, really big. I kept trying to put the thing in there, kept missing. Finally got it put in there. My car was parked right there. All of a sudden my car was on the other side of the parking lot. It was back up close. I said, I need to throw some water on my face. I went into the store, wham, ran right into a display of their best-selling product, the Stuckey's Pecan Log. Now, as a kid, I ate a lot of those things. They always looked like something you were less likely to eat and more likely to flush, but they are a fine product. Pecan logs everywhere. I'm putting them away. Shelves getting bigger and smaller. But one of those pecan logs, it had escaped this little cellophane wrapper. I turned, took a step, all under the bottom of my shoe, pecan log. I hobbled to the restroom, peeled it off, threw it in the toilet, flushed it down, felt momentarily smug about my analogy, splashed some water on my face, opened the door, and there he was, a 6-foot-tall pecan log, and he was angry. He said, "You brilled my cuther." I said, "What?" He said, "You brilled my cuther." I said, "Oh no, you did not just talk to me in Lackford's language." I said, "Listen up here, nut boy. I have a degree in Lackford's language. I can whip my fleurs and feeks funny whenever I want to. And yes, I did brill your cuther. Not only that, I touched him down the toilet." Now he's now screaming, "You dust my, you dust my." Now friends, I am not a brave person. But clearly, I am not afraid of nougat. And I said, "You want to go, Lee Canpog? Get slow." We tore that Stuckey's up. Shelves of cheap merchandise were falling in every direction. At one point, I saw a slowpoke lady flip backwards ninja style, trying to avoid a rack of those little license plates. You know what I'm talking about? Now, Pecan Log, he was mean. At one point, he had me on the floor, trying to make me eat those state refrigerator magnets. And then I finally spit New Jersey back into his little pecan eye. I flipped him over. And then, he's now Mr. Pretty Boy. He's just a tough guy. Now he's Mr. Pretty Boy. Fought in the nose. And so I took with one hand, I grabbed a bunch of those novelty keychains. You know what I'm talking about? My other car's a Cadillac. No, it's not. You're shopping at Stuckey's. And then I took one of those singing fish. I started wailing on him. And now I just started stomping him into the floor. Every time I would stomp, I would yell something. Now I don't know exactly what it was. I would yell, but according to the arrest report, I was yelling, "Hat to Beatties, you candy lawn of Spoosifer." That's what I told them. Now when the police broke in, I take it as a matter of pride, I did not feel the first 2 tasers. The next 7 I felt were a bit excessive. And in court, who knew, the fermented iced tea defense, demented candy defense, holds no water in court. And lastly, I will say, friends, in prison, it's all about your reputation. If you're in prison because of assault and battery, armed robbery, attempted murder, folks will leave you alone. But friends, there's no rest, no respect, no street cred for beating up a Stuckey's pecan log. Thank y'all so much.